So yeah, I know. All good. Bye. That's good. Cool. We're in. All right. Hey everybody. Sorry about technical difficulties and all that sort of stuff. Um, we're in now, and we are how long? We're 6 minutes into the under 16 semi-final here at Sunny Coast Stadium. It's Mr. Hoy here, and we have HP. We're going to go HP. We're going to go Paddy. What are we going? HP. HP. There we go. You need to move over a bit so you're on the camera as well. So it is 0-0. We are versing Sienna, and at the moment the ball is 25 metres out from our own line. Sienna has a scrum right in the middle of the field. If you are jumping in or you've been waiting, click and share the link, and we'll try and get as many on the stream as we can. Sienna's ripping the ball out to the left. Two-girl tackle over the top, and they've recycled the ball back to the middle. Nash is holding their defensive structures pretty well. Sienna's on their third phase. Flat-footed pass, which is taken off. Big tackle there by Zoe Metcalf, ex-Nash student, Gympie High, playing with the girls this year. All right, Sienna, not really. What do we got here? Playing the ball on the ground, which is a penalty. Nash penalty, 7-8 metres out from our own try line, and we'll be kicking into touch. Maddie Pomeranke with the kick. Maddie Pom, our captain for today.
Vice captain today.
Vice captain. Who's our captain?
Serena's our captain today.
Cool. And Serena and Maddie are our two most decorated players at this stage. Maddie Pom, currently the captain of Australian under-16 women's rugby team, and Serena, a regional representative in her own right at both wide day and state levels. And line-out's been won against the feed by Sienna, ripping the ball out to their right, spiral passing, but the ball's been put down. Ref's going to call nothing because Nash has picked the ball up. Just putting my phone on silent now because we've been frantically trying to get the verification code to log in. And there is a chat group over on the side, so if you guys want to ask questions, say hello, all that sort of stuff, make sure you jump in the chat. Keep it what's the word? G-rated. So Maddie Pom with a run up the blind side, followed by Zoe Metcalf, but we've been taken into touch right on the halfway line. Sienna looking for a quick throw in, and Nash is all over that, so it's not going to happen. We have a stoppage in play. If you're new to girls' school rugby, we do play rugby 10, so there's 10 on the field at once, unlimited interchange. And this is the major semi-final, so the winner goes straight through to the grand final, and the loser will verse Matthew Flinders in the other final, with Matthew Flinders beating St John's in the previous semi. That's Nash. Won the ball, kicked the ball downfield, straight through the middle at Sienna with a powerful run out, beats one, beats two. Wrapped up there over on the sideline by Laney Kennedy. Laney Stegel, sorry, we've got a couple of Laneys. HP is going to be here to correct any of the mispronunciations and mistaken identities that. Okay, Sienna's now spreading the ball. They like throwing the ball around as traditionally Sienna do, but that is a powerful run through the middle, met with an equally powerful tackle
by Taylor
Horn. So that's Tay, one of our bench press members, who obviously can't commentate. She's out on the field, as are Emmy and Maddie. Hints. Gee, I just went Kiwi all of a sudden. Hence, HP's stepping in. Next woman up here in commentary. Sienna with a dummy and run, breaks the Nash primary defensive line, but the secondary tackle, that could have been called a knock on, it wasn't. Sienna recycled possession, and they have had some controlled possession for the last few minutes. 10 minutes into the first half. Sienna's spreading the ball out here. This is where they've had success so far. It's out to the right. They've got the overlap. Maddie's Pom coming across for the tackle. Not quick enough. Sienna do score the opening try. And you'd have to say it's deserved based on the run of play so far. Pretty much any time Sienna's recycling the ball from the ruck, they are putting it through their hands quickly. And at the moment, catching Nash a little flat-footed in defence. Alrighty. I'm hoping that the audio is working and working at a decent clip because we didn't have a chance to test it. Just security measures trying to get into the school YouTube. There's a little bit of a hassle that we're in and a missed conversion there. Usually in 10 rugby, it's 10-minute halves.
I think that's what they're doing.
We're going to see. I don't think the ref has now called half time. So it is 5-0 to Siena. First half is done. And now I'm getting all the notifications for the verification code to log in. Very cool. Okay. Ooh. All right. We know it's working, so we can see ourselves on the phone. Excellent. See if I can actually hear. Audio's coming through. See if I can. Yep. Right. Feel bags. So, a little bit of HP here, trying to stay out of the camera shot. Why is it more on me? Jeez. If you guys don't know HB, she's one of our Year 10 students, can talk underwater. So gonna be perfect on this round. Or so I've heard, so I've heard. So if you're on, remember, click that link, share it, jump in the chat, and let us know who you are, what you guys want us to talk about. And I have to say, Siena's got their all black jerseys on, trying to look as intimidating as possible. But our jerseys are so much better. Oh, as is our boot game. Second half has kicked off. A bit of a messy start to the half. Well, it's going to be Nash ball, 23, 24 metres out from our own line. We are now running north to south. Teams have switched ends. And we're also, at the same time, over on the far field, under 14s. Oh, they would have just kicked off. Their game kicked off at 4:50, so they're in the semi-final as well. And we're going to try and keep an eye out. We can see it at the far field. I'll be
taking around.
Probably more looking at whether our team's jumping up or not on the sideline. Looks pretty calm at the moment. Yeah, that's good. So Nash is protecting the wall really well in the ruck and recycling it. Zoe Metcalf there slicing through, but wrapped up in a decent tackle by Siena, trying to push over. And they cleared Nash out and stolen the ball from the ruck, going down the blind side, looking quite lively. Oh, Zoe Metcalf coming back and covered it. She might be in a little bit of trouble for that one. It was a solid tackle, but it was above the armpits, which is the rule in school rugby. So it's a penalty to Siena, 22 metres out. Nash has retrieved the 10 metres. They've tapped. They spread the ball to the middle of the field. And there's a knock on there on the second pass. Nash up quite well in a defensive line to put a bit of pressure on. So it will be Nash scrum 23 metres out, right in front of the post with Serena coming back on. Who's she going to be replacing? Looks like Imi Grant is leaving the field. We will just go through the team list here for James Nash. So we do have Zoe, Hayley, Imogen, Amber, Maddie, Indy, Jessie, Georgia, Georgina, Amy, Lani, Taylor, Serena, Maddie, and Lainey?
Lani.
Kennedy?
No, Lani Stegel.
Yeah. Where's Lainey? Was she in the 14s?
Lainey. That's Mia.
Mia Kenny. Oh my gosh. Thank you. God, my. She's on there.
No, she's in the 14s.
She's in the 14s. My gosh. So you can tell I'm tired. It's already Wednesday. All right. Ball's held up in the middle of the field. Nash does take it to ground. Serena's there having a look at her options from the ruck. Decides to go herself, but Siena, we're ready for that. They're looking quite calm at the moment, which is unsettling. They're putting pressure on when they can. Nash is getting the ball at a standing start, struggling to get over the advantage line, but it only takes one play to turn the game. That was a hospital pass there by Maddie Palm from the ruck. And there we go. Serena's with a bit of a break through the middle. All right, I think Nash needs to get the ball out a little wider. We're trying to play straight through the middle, and that's kind of suiting Siena because they've got quite a packed defensive line at the moment. In saying that, we are making meters. We've gained about 15 over 4 different phases, but it is slow going at this stage. And in tens, time does become your enemy pretty quickly if you're behind. Hospital ball ripped away by Sienna, but it was a knock on. So it was a one-on-one strip there, but they knocked it forward. So I think
Scrum kick.
all right, we have Amy Cardi coming onto the field now. We're replacing
Indy Grass. Indy Bruges. Tansy Payne's coming on for someone.
Tansy Payne.
No.
That's right. Coming on for. Ooh, do we have too many numbers?
Yeah, she's taking Amber Hudson off.
Oh, Amber Hudson's coming off in the backfield. Oh no! Get the ball, pick the ball up. Knocked on straight off the scrum.
Another scrum feed for Sienna. Taylor Jane Naylor's taking off Taylor Horn through the scrum feed.
And you see, Taylor means business because she's got her hair in that hardcore.
The braids.
Double braid, yes.
Few of the girls have that hair design.
That used to be the thing. As soon as you got to finals, everyone double braid. Ooh. Something about instilling fear in the enemy. But Sienna's ripping the ball through the back of a couple of decent shots there by Nash. Unfortunately, not having the desired effect, although that might have. Yes, coming up off the defensive line very quickly to put a shot on. Sienna knock on. Nash has recycled the ball and are looking to move it within their own half. We've got at least 5 minutes left. Oh, come on, that's taken high as well. Not called this time by the referee. Ooh. And yeah, Nash, oh no, Nash unfortunately look a little unsettled. And they've knocked on 22 metres out directly in front from the goalpost. Sienna making another change here, and then
Hayley Cummings is taking Jessie Boot.
Nash replying. So Jessie is the one who got taken high. It was around the shoulders, no neck or head involved, but should have been a penalty. In saying that, the ref was had a few plays between him and the tackle. Was going offside against Maddie Pom around the scrum. She tried taking the quick tap and they're gone. Nash is still retreating. They've come across in cover defence now. But Sienna, with enough pace, has scored in the corner to make it 10-0 with a kick to come. Oof, how are you seeing things? HB?
They're playing very central, so I think they need to spread the ball as much as possible in these last few minutes.
I'm just putting in the chat, jump in the chat, say hi, la la la. Can't type very well.
Maddie Pom is going off for Taylor Horn.
It's going to shut back.
Missed a kick from Sienna.
Come on, Nash! We're holding up the type of jersey right up to the neck. Come on. I need some like good luck vibes or something up in here, like a rain dance or something. What do we got? Yeah. 4-ish minutes left in the second half of our major semi-final. And Sienna has kicked off pretty decent kick. Now they've got the lead, they've gone a bit deeper, and the ball has gone all the way down to the Nash try line. It's a 50-metre kickoff off the bounce, 30 metres in the air, 20-metre dribble after that. Could have been a knock-on against Nash. No, it wasn't called. Sienna has won the ball from the ruck, though, and are attacking the Nash line 3 metres out. One more try here might wrap it up for Sienna. So, Nash, let's get up off the line. Wrap them up, girls. Wrap them up. That's not going to wrap them up. So, they look a bit disheartened at the moment, the girls. Sienna has scored straight underneath the post. They're up 15-0 with Georgina coming onto the field. And the Nash coaches down there aren't looking too impressed, but also not too concerned. They do have a second chance. They've taken Maddie Pom off at the moment with Imogen M. So who's coming off now for Georgina?
Amy Carly.
There you go. All right, first conversion successful. Takes the score 17 to Sienna. James Nash yet to score. Oh, all right. Having a look over at the 14s. Yeah, pretty hard to make out what's going on over there. We will be able to bring you updates. That game is 20 minutes behind though. So this one will finish and we'll be able to get details of that match. If they do win, they will move over to the main field from where we're at the moment. All right, Nash trying to run the ball out. They're going to have to throw the ball around with a couple of minutes to go. Even if they do lose this game, if they can score some late points, put a little bit of doubt in Sienna's mind if they can make it through the next round.
Yeah, Serena's made a break.
Sienna's breaking through 1 tackle, 2 tackles. She's made about 30 metres before she's finally wrapped up. Gets an offload away. Taken down 20 or 18 metres out. Recycle the ball to Tansy. It's at plain advantage to James Nash for offside. Tap and go, girls. Tap and go. Yep, quick tap taken there. By Georgia, number 9. We're 5 metres out. Come on, recycle ball there. Great tackle by Sienna. Try saver in the end. Nash has lost the ball forwards. 3 metres out. Sienna's picked the ball up and spreading the ball, looking for some metres to get out of their own half. Great tackle there, Zoe Metcalf. And we've recycled possession. I'm pretty sure it was play on. And we just put the ball down and then Sienna's knocked on.
Maddie Pom is coming on for Tansy Payne.
I'm not sure what happened there. And it's now full time. Ooh, bit of a disappointing result there, and not bit of a disappointing result for our 16s, losing the major semi-final 17-0. They will now take on Matthew Flinders in the prelim final to then take on Sienna in the grand final. Sienna moves straight through with Matthew Flinders earlier knocking out St. John's. All right, so yes, thank you for jumping in. We were a bit late to get started. Security protocols, etc., for Wi-Fi at the stadium prevented our login, but we have got sorted. And thank you for jumping on and supporting the girls. Yeah, we are going to have a bit of a pause while we wait for the results of the under 14s match, but we are going to try and get one of our 16s players up for a quick chat in between matches if the coach allows it. Let's see what we've got down here. If we can't get a player, we are going to try and get a staff member, maybe even our principal, Mr. Chevalier. We got Mr. Price. Who else is down there?
Mr. Francis.
Mr. Francis. Is that Miss Runzy as well?
Yeah.
Right there. So there's a fair amount of teacher support here for Nash girls who are having the law thrown down at the moment. Who's up there speaking?
Lonnie
Stowe, okay. Now their heads are up. They're paying attention. They're not looking at their ground. So body language is there. They probably know that they didn't play their best game. And right in front of us, though, we have Matthew Flinders running out. And then
this isn't the 16 girls, I think.
No, this looks like the Open girls. It looks like they'll be taking on St. John's, and massive supporting groups here for both of these teams who tend to always be here on finals day. So between Sienna, Matthew Flinders, St. John's, and James Nash are generally the 4 schools that feature most heavily in the girls' finals. And we've got a tunnel lined up here for Johnny's as the girls make their way out onto the field. So this is the under-18s Div 1. I'm not sure if it's a semi-final for this. I'm assuming it will be. Not that we're going to be paying a huge amount of attention.
Coaches laying it.
Oh, yes. Coaches jumping in and laying the law down. What is this green dot down here, I wonder? I don't know. Should we play around with some of the stuff on the screen? Let's have a look. Jeez. Customization. I wonder if I can put the background. No, okay. It's all in that. All right.
So they get a second chance.
Yes. We're just waiting on a program to come up to us. We've requested one so we can get some game times for you guys. So if you want to jump out, grab some food, grab a tea. Tea? Who has tea? No one has tea. Yeah, go with tea. Go over.
Beer and a wine.
No. Parents can do that. Don't be talking about this. This is a G-rated show. All right, what are the girls doing? So they've had a talking to. They're making their way back to the bench.
Should we see who we can get up here?
Yes. Go see if you can grab someone. Maybe even Chev or maybe Mr. Society's had to go over and the Society's bodyguard over on one of the other fields. So we are here at Sunshine Coast Stadium. If you have been here for an NRL game, yes, the girls are playing on the main field and it's beautiful. It's like playing on a carpet, albeit a very comfy one. And we are up in one of the two coaches' boxes. So where the NRL coaches sit to watch the teams is where we are working from. So thank you very much to the stadium staff for allowing us access to the booth up here. Now, oh, geez, that's a nice step. We're able to bring this to you as part of the Bench Press sports journalism and podcasting, broadcasting platform extracurricular program that I run, I guess, with Maddie, Emmy, and Taylor. And the reason the girls aren't up here is because they're all playing in our under-16s team. And they'll be filthy with themselves at the moment, I'm sure. HV has jumped out to try and grab a staff member or a student. It looks as though the majority of the staff are heading over to the under-14s to watch that game, which is awesome to see. They're all heading over to watch the 14th. I just saw them. And the girls are going over to watch as well.
Yeah.
Does that mean their second game will be over there? I don't know. And what we're going to do is, am I able to pause the stream? We will put it in the chat here. Commentary to resume. For the under-16 prelim final versus View Flinders. All right, guys, so we're going to keep the stream running. The video will continue to go. I've just put in the chat there, commentary to resume for the under-16 prelim versus Flinders. We're just waiting to see when that will be. And until then, just share the link.
Apparently they don't play again.
Who?
The girls.
Don't play again at all?
No. We lost, we don't play again.
I do not believe that. We'll see. That's some controversial information.
Surely that can't
We'll
be
get
right.
back to it. Yeah, we're going to clarify that. We're just going to jump on mute and Just a quick update here. Our 16s went down to Siena 17-0, and original understanding was that they would get a second chance. That is not the case. The under 16s are out, losing to Siena. So Siena will verse Matthew Flinders in the Div 1 under 16 grand final. And our under 14s were taken on Siena in the Div 1 under 14 grand final, and unfortunately also went down 12-0. So both our Nash teams are done for the season. However, hold tight. We do have some players who will be coming up to give their thoughts on the season. Disappointing end to two very successful seasons, and James Nash Girls Rugby is in a very good spot. We only had two teams this year with no opens, and both made it through to the semi-finals, finishing in the top four in both very tight, very decent competitions. So not the results we were hoping for, but bright futures for a lot of our girls, and they'll definitely be wanting to build on them next year. So just hold tight. We're just going to throw it to the players. Looks like we've got three making their way back there from the other field.
Potentially to come up here.
Yeah, potentially. And if we can get a coach, maybe even the principal, to have a chat, that'd be brilliant. But yeah, throw something in the chat if you've got some questions. If you want to ask HP anything, I don't know. What do you want to talk about?
I don't know. What is there to talk about?
What sports are you into? You're a hockey girl, hey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
How's your season going? Is it still going? Is it finished?
We finished, but I've got state titles in my car next week. And
Man, I can't keep up with how many state titles we have in so many different sports. Hasn't there been a hockey state titles already
in Cairns.
this year?
Yeah, under 18s.
So now there's another one.
Under 15s.
Why don't they just do it all at the same time?
Because some players play in 15s and 18s age group.
Yeah, it saves them a trip.
No, it's not worth it. You get to go to more destinations.
Hockey players used to be tough. I played hockey for 2 years.
Did you actually?
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
We even opened for a test match between Australia and New Zealand at Ballinger Park. I was playing for, was it Nambour Blue Demons then? And we were versing Udrum Rebels. Yeah, that's right. We're versing the Rebels, and yeah, we opened. Looks like we might have some guests here. We're on live, so no swearing, people. We have three. I don't know if we're going to be able to fit everybody in, but we'll see. Okay. People are dropping in and out. So we do. We have Maddie, we have Tay, and we have Jessie. Yes, Jessie. Cool. How are we going to do this? I'll get out of the way a little bit. Hey, no secrets. No. Yeah, that's true. It's not about me. Nothing's about me. Well, the aircon. I think the aircon's still on. Yeah, we saw. Well,
saw you suffering.
Yeah, so not the result we were looking for, hey?
We didn't play that bad. They just you needed to spread the ball. You weren't spreading the ball enough. I'm surprised you couldn't hear me. And we could.
So yeah, a couple. Or you guys noticed a couple of things we did. Was there? It seemed like from watching up here that Siena was, when they had the ball, they were pretty much controlling the pace of the game. If they wanted to spread it wide, they were able to spread it wide, and they seemed to find some success like that. Were you expecting that? Did they play like that last time you versed them?
Well, last time we versed them, they didn't have enough numbers, so it was practically 7. So we didn't play our best, and we didn't know how they played. So we kind of walked into that like we don't know what's going to happen.
Okay, well that certainly played into Siena's hands. When the games that we've watched throughout this season, when your team gets the ball, you generally like to spread the ball and use it quite a lot. However, today it looked more like an effort to go through the middle, go through the ruck. Was that a plan, or is it more something that you ended up doing on the back foot a little bit?
I think it's like everyone just thought Well, if passing out's not going to work, might as well just take a run.
Throwing through, and it looked pretty physical. So even though you went to move through the middle, we had Serena had some success through there. Zoe Metcalf had some success through there, but there was also a lot of contact through the middle. Jess, you got taken up quite a shot we saw down here that we have to give a little bit of a benefit of the doubt to the ref in that there were a couple of players between him and the shot, but it was definitely high. Was it a solid hit? It did? Didn't know. So yeah, it was shoulders and then kind of
Benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, benefit of the doubt, but it seemed like a physical game. There was some solid shots out there.
Their coach came up to our coach and said it was the most physical game or something that they've played.
That's always nice to hear.
You didn't look. Oh no. No, did it?
So HB says that while she's off the screen.
Just come and walk over. Not you, but like some other people.
So this is what Australian media needs. Someone just to get in your face. Like you guys could have done. You guys could have won if you played better. Is
Exactly.
that what you're saying? Yeah. Okay.
It's kind of like the same people doing it.
And that happens. Like from what we've seen earlier this year, it definitely wasn't the team's best display tonight. But it was one of those matches where, in sport, it calls if a team dictates the play, they're controlling the speed of the game, they're controlling how it's played, and forcing you to not play your game. From what we've seen this year, the success that we've had has been out wide using the ball. And Sienna didn't allow you to do that, so they were getting out quite fast in defence. Does call that who are we supporting anyone in the grand final? It's Flinders versus Sienna. Flinders? Yeah, all right. Yeah, they did look pretty impressive against St John's, and it is always nice to get one up over St John's.
Yeah.
We do have a 22-0 scoreline at the moment, and now to 18 Div 1 semi.
Game before.
Yeah.
St John's playing for.
No?
No.
No, there's not.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
she's
Jersey.
playing up.
Who's talking about?
The 14.
Oh, yeah, could be, yeah. It's not helping. We did say before you guys came up, an under 14s and an under 16 team, both making the semi-finals, Div 1 comps on the sunny coast. Girls rugby's as a public school, the only public school I believe outside. We do have Mountain Creek and sometimes Sunshine Beach. Have teams. Did you? I don't know. I don't think you had Mountain Creek this year, hey?
No, they usually are heavy in the boys.
Yeah, and less so on the girls. So, but girls rugby's in a good spot at Nash, you'd say. We got something to build on. You guys got at least 2 more years to try and crack the James Nash grand final duck. I think we're up to 0-8. I think now in girls rugby finals. Going back to my coaching days. Who knows? So
The 14s lost.
yeah, they went down 12-0 as well. So not. We have sources. Yeah, we called sighting.
Oh yeah.
But well, there's actually panic stations up here. We're here early, but everything's set up. We went to log in, it was all good, and then we got the message saying verification code needed in order to access school YouTube. And so we went through 6 teachers trying to find the right verification
I
code.
feel like it was more than 6.
As long calling the principal to call the deputy principal to call the principal. Oh, Matthew Flynn is an intercept there, and she is away.
Holy.
You can tell she's been doing some running training.
I don't know.
Yeah, we'll leave that. Taylor's just there, like twirling her hair in the background. She's on the phone. So well done, Jess. Well done, Maddie. Well done, Taylor. When you're on the fucking screen, congratulations. This point into a good season.
Should invest more into us, the boys stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, while we're here, we can take the microphone off and just talk about our awesome jerseys, even though we did do a feature on them last year, designed by one of our Year 12 students, Jamaica Lawrence. Indigenous themed jerseys.
Yeah.
Based on our two animals, the animals. Merry River Cod and
Turtle.
Turtle.
Please.
And then the design down here being the Merry River in the blue, the mountains and the mountains up there, and the meeting areas, the meeting circles and the yarning circles. It's a beautiful jersey designed specifically for the girls rugby teams by one of our girl rugby students. And we're just comparing that to the old school. This is even that old school, but one of the Nash jerseys from, I'm going to say maybe 2004. There we go. I'm going to 2005, 6-ish. 2004. Yeah, so 2004, I would have been in year 11, and this is my position. So, oh yeah. Yeah. Well, my position's a forward, and I'm not a big person.
you're a forward?
No, that would never. But this is the size jersey I would have worn. Yeah, like very Yeah, I mean, like that's when you make a break in one of these, they can catch you from 20 meters away just from how much jersey's hanging back.
Well, look how huge these are.
Yeah, these are like
What's
the
that?
A teams.
That's what I would have worn in year 11, that exact jersey.
That exact one, that one right there.
Yeah, well, for the school that I was at, yeah, that would have been, if that was the Open Boys jersey, that's the size it was. There's the shoulders. But, yeah, no. Tucking in the jersey went out the bottom of the shorts. So, but yeah.
Yeah, his grammar and St. Teresa's. Is that our?
No, so this would be, this is the 18, Div 2, 94.
Let's go.
Just a reminder the mic's still on, guys.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I'm just having a look at the draw here. So we had Flinders winning that one in the under 18. That's Good Samaritans. This is one of the smaller schools in the comp, just out of Blythe.
It's Teresa's. That's Sunshine Coast Grammar School in St. Teresa's Catholic College.
Yeah, grammar on one side. Oh, so it must be a blend of St. Teresa's and Good Samaritan together.
I said, don't go in. I told
Oh, yeah, we have more players. Whoa! Heaps of players. Mike's on and live, people. Okay. We're just waiting for Coach Brad. So on the way up. So we're having a look at, so this is. Yeah, so it's a combined thing, St. Teresa's and Good Samaritan versus Grammar. Div 1. Oh, and then we've got the Div 3 grand final. Okay. We're just waiting for Coach Brad. Till then, I'm just putting Okay, we are joined here by Coach Brad. Is that what we're going with?
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, Brad Nails. I'm pretty easy.
The under 16 girls, and we were saying before, an unfortunate finish to a pretty promising, positive season.
Yes, it's 2 years in a row now, so it stings a little bit as a coach. But as I said to the girls, the fact that they're here, that's the win. The fact that they're pulling on a jersey, putting on boots to play a contact sport as females, that's a win. I did the maths in the car park earlier. It's less than 0.5% of the female population play rugby in Australia, and they're part of that. So it's pretty unique, if you ask me.
That's pretty inspirational, and it's. We also said that we only had 2 teams in this year, the 14s and the 16s, both of them making the semi-finals, both of them representing a state school in a very one-sided private school competition outside of Mountain Creek and Sunshine Beach every now and then. Girls rugby, especially at Nash, is in a really good spot moving forward. Is that a sentiment you'd agree with?
Oh, most definitely. It's keeping pace with the rest of the world. It's the fastest growing female sport in the world. I think soccer might give a bit of a kick after the Matildas run, unfortunately, for me as a rugby fan. But, just doing something that you love, whether it be playing footy, baking cakes or whatever, doing something that you love is better than sitting, on a couch with your head in your phone. And if I can get more kids doing this, then that's a win for me as far as I'm concerned. So.
And your background with Gympie Hammers?
Yes, correct.
And you've been the second year that you've been helping out and being a full-time coach basically for the school team.
Yes, correct. Yeah.
What have you seen in like the 2 years from when you've come into now? Has there been, or what are the areas of progression that you've seen?
Belief. I see the belief in each and every player, whether it's my top players that are state reps and whatnot. Their belief grows every game that they play because they're gaining an educated experience, and then you've got the players that aren't as experienced. When they believe in themselves, you'll see moments of brilliance out in the field, and I see it every game, and it's a different kid every day. So that's very encouraging as a coach as well, that you're not having to focus or need to focus in one area, because at times everyone sort of steps up and lifts. It's getting them to believe as a team the whole time. That's the true trick, and
that's something
that's in my court now. I've got to work out how to do that, or the coaching staff sort of ideas. But as I said to them at the start, we had the plan, we've got the players. You just need to believe whoever wants it most will have it. And 5-0 at the end of the first half showed that. It was a pretty even battle, and they wanted it in the second half, and they got it. So that's how it sort of went down.
So talking about the game itself, 17-0, you said 5-0 at half time. When we were talking to some of the players earlier, from up here, it looked as though once Sienna got control of the ball and they were in possession, they almost dictated the speed of the game, and then also on the field where it was played. So they seemed to win a ruck and want to spin the ball wide pretty much straight away.
We knew they'll do that. Sienna, they're a touch-based team. They're all touch players as opposed to core contact players. So we knew that's what they're going to do. We planned to put a bit more pressure on their ruck to stop them being able to go wide. We didn't execute our plan well enough. So that's pretty much how it boils down. And the girls even debriefed that themselves before I spoke after the game. So they knew. And again, as I said at the start, they just needed to believe in themselves and work together to make it happen.
And you reckon he'll be back for another season next year? Not to put any pressure on.
Does the Pope wear a funny hat?
He certainly does. HP, anything from you? You want to
it just seemed like they were going central once we got the ball, once we started using, instead of using our athletic ability that we have
to go wide
and outspeed them in the sense.
You can look at a game after the fact from 100 different angles and find all the solutions. I think that's the way coaching is done. But I think the girls had fun and did what they wanted to do.
They're getting in and having to go. That's all that matters.
The 3 that came in all had smiles on their faces, albeit red faces. You could see the disappointment there, but they were still smiling.
They were still laughing as they came off the field. So, as I said to young Amy, rugby's meant to be fun.
Yes.
So you got to get outside of your head and not make this pressure. This is fun. Sports is meant to be fun.
That is. At the end of the day, it's a game. Watching another game out here, and there's still plenty more games to come tonight. But for Nash, that is the end of our girls rugby season in this competition. And thank you for supporting, whether you're a parent, whether you're a family member, whether you're a brother or sister. Thank you so much for all the time and effort and patience that you put in to allow our girls to play. And for Brad, thank you very much for putting up your hand and
Absolutely,
the
my
time.
pleasure. My pleasure.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Okay, we are signing off from Sunny Coast Stadium. Emmy, Maddie, KK. They love
Thanks.
they love the nicknames that I've given to them. So they haven't given me any to change yet. We're happy with them.
Pun.
See, exactly.
Yeah.
So we're gonna leave it to the girls to sign off for the night.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah.
It was a great experience. Very great. Yeah.
Signing off from like the bench press point of view for the players.
Just saying.
Okay.
We haven't made one yet. Thanks for watching. Thank you for contributing to the bench press. Appreciate the support.